Hello, my beauty. So funny because I'm just watching Nikki Allen. Now, Nikki Allen I think she used to be an Essex girl. And I know that she's friends with Danny Henderson, who does the G-Sick, who is friends with my beautiful friend Beverly Rhodes. So many degrees of separation, as they say, but did I say I think she's an Essex girl as well. I'm an Essex girl, or I was. I don't know if she might have moved back there, but I have not. But she just said the very thing that I have just come in from the front saying to my neighbour Doreen. So, my neighbour Doreen, lovely lady, and always positive, always kind, always smiling, and she's not, I don't think, had a particularly charmed life, but she has made the best of it. She's got 2 gorgeous sons, and she said, "How are you?" I said, "I'm okay." She said, "Keep smiling." I said, "Exactly." I said, "If you smile at others, they smile back at you." And I was just watching Nikki Allen, and she was saying exactly the same thing, that what you put out comes back to you. So, I just thought it's just a really good point to make. People talk about karma. Well, karma is not about revenge. Like my kids sometimes haha, karma. And they're old enough now. I've started saying, karma isn't about a revenge. It's about the cycle. So if you put something out, that you are starting a karmic cycle, and that will come back in. So we often talk about karma in a negative sense. We often say about, they'll get their karma. But karma is a general explanation for what goes around comes around. What you do comes back to you. So, that's a sort of like a sentiment I've heard all my life. But in recent years, it's really ringing true for the smaller things in life. The smiling at strangers, the "Hi, how are you?" The "Aren't you wearing a beautiful dress? Aren't you smart today? Nice new haircut." All those things that make people feel positive. And it's not about flattery, it's not about manipulation, it's about giving that person a piece of positivity to take away that will leave them more elevated vibrationally than they were when you met them. So some individuals will see high elevation, high vibration, and it will annoy them, and they will try and say or do something to pull down your vibration. And that is the challenge, is when you're faced with low vibrational beings directing low vibrational actions at you or at a group of people. That is their intention, to pull down your vibrations. So if you return it with a positive vibration, then you're neutralizing it. That said, some people aren't happy with that, and they will continue with their negative firing. And obviously, if that is something that you're experiencing, let them know that you are a spiritual warrior. You are not taking their negativity on board. You reject them. You reject what they're sending. You reject what they stand for. Get out of my energy field. I'm not interested. Block, block, block. I don't know if you've seen that. I don't know if you've seen that. That lady. I can't remember. She might be Ukrainian or Russian, or she's got that kind of language. So it's all in foreign language, but she says blah 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 blah. Block, 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 a block, block. And this is it. Just block it. You can block it. You can block it in a spiritual sense. You can block it in a shut down. Your words, your actions do not penetrate my auric field. You can block it in a social media way. You can block it in a physical way. You know, the small physical signals to an individual. Turn away, walk away. And when you do that, you really give a clear sign that you are not taking on board a further karmic cycle. And if they want to go toddling off and whatever they're doing and send a new karmic cycle to someone else, well, that's a matter for them. You're not responsible for that. But you have correctly block, 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 block. You've blocked them from sending it your way, and that's all we can be responsible for, is what we receive in, what we take on board, how we allow our auric field to be penetrated. So just a little thought for the day, okay? So I hope you're all okay, and have a good rest of the weekend.